Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. This is Adrian here from 44 Degrees Motorbike Adventures. Sorry for the noise, but it's the rain outside. It's been raining for a while now and it doesn't want to leave us. Anyway, so today's video I'm going to show you how to assemble your forks. If you haven't seen the video that I done previous to that, which is the video which you disassemble the forks, clean and inspect the forks, I would recommend you to look at that prior to this one, because in this one I'm just going to be showing you how to assemble, to measure your oil, and then I will be doing another video on how to install the forks back again to the motorbike. I have here with me already my parts that I just came from mail today, so I'm going to show you exactly what we need and what we're gonna do. So stick with me and let's find out. Alright everybody, so here we are. I got my parts on the internet this morning, so that's why I was waiting. The forks are here, disassembled, cleaned. I've done the video, as I say, prior to that, and to show you how to remove, how to actually clean your forks. And I inspected the bushings here, this sliding bushing and this one, and this one needs to change, so I got the full kit to replace these guys here, and also to replace the seal, the dust cap, and the washers and things like that. So you can get the kit on the internet. It costs you about 60-50 euros depending on your bike. This is a Transalp 700, so it cost me about 50 something euros, right? So we got some tools here that we're going to use. You need a wrench, some screwdrivers, and basically it's that. You don't need much tools than that to assemble the fork back. Have a look at the video that I did before, as I say, in order for you to clean your forks before you try to install your new seals, because otherwise you damage them. Alright, so then what we have here is the fork oils that I got. I'm going to be using a little bit medium fork oil. I think the Transalp recommends to use 10W, but I'm going to use 15 to make the suspension a bit stiffer. Okay, so you can decide which one to use, but 10 is the recommend. I got my kit here for the bushings and the washers and things like that, so we're going to use that. My new seals here. I got this tool here, which is handy. It's a seal driving tool, right? You can make some of them with PVC pipes, but I didn't want to go that bothered to do that, and I just bought this one here. Okay, I got some Reassembling fork protection, and I will install them as well. Okay, and the most important thing is the manual. We have the manual. Make sure you have that before you start doing any work on your bike, so you know exactly how things go in and out of your bike. Okay, so yeah, first things we're going to do, we're going to get the forks ready to install the new parts here. Okay, and so let's do that. Let's start with this. Alright everybody, so the kit that I'm using is the all balls, and the kit ID is 386090. That's the one that fits the Transalp 700, so that's what I was told to. And I looked at the website as well. It actually supports the Transalp 650 as well, and a few other bikes, right? The kit comes with a cool sticker. Well, I might put that. It comes with some washers. Okay, different size of washers for the forks, right? And the copper washers for the screws and things like that. It comes as well with the sliding bushes, so these ones here, and the bottom one, the bottom bush, I'm not sure which one is what they call. Okay, so that's what the kit comes with. Okay, I'm gonna get this here back here. Okay, so a few washers and things like that. So what we do is we're gonna move this stuff out of here. We won't need the seals at the moment, so move them out. Measure tape, we don't need that. Alright, and manual is the most important thing. Okay, so we're gonna leave here. Okay, so we're gonna bring one of the forks here. So first of all, we're gonna get a cart to put the fork down here. Okay. Get some papers as well. Should take the clip off the paper. I want to scratch the fork. Alright. I'll put it down here. I will bring the first fork out. Okay. Alright, so that's the correct way. The sliding bush I left them here. So go ahead and grab your sliding bushes from the kit. Okay, so screw them, and we need to take this off first. That's the way it's going. Take that guy out, which, to be honest with you, it's only bad on the outside. As you can see, the copper is all gone, but the Teflon on the inside is still fine, but replace it anyway. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna coat with a bit of oil. Just coat it with a bit of oil on the inside. And then we're going to slide that in. Okay, and I'm going to put back our let's have a look at the menu. So okay, we're gonna remove this guy here. Let me move the back so you guys can see. I'm gonna remove this. To remove that, you need to get your screwdriver. There is a little gap here between the two of them, and what you're gonna do is you're going to put your screwdriver inside, open up, and that should pop out like that. Be able to take it out. Alright, there's quite a lot of this one has a lot of the Teflon inside is pretty much gone. Okay, so put that there. Clean it up a bit. Okay, we're gonna get a new one. and just you can put your fingers in like that, but first we're going to coat it a bit with oil. Okay, so what you do is you put your finger here inside, squeeze it, slide it open, and that should go in and pop in. Okay, there's the old ones. Keep them here. Now we need to actually put the oil seal in place. So we're going to get the oil seal. That's our new oil seal here. Don't be using a screwdriver to try to open this, because you can damage the seal if the screwdriver hits the seal. So try to break the package with your hand. Okay. Alright, so which way is up, right? This gap here where it has this side here where there's a gap, it's where it's gonna go down towards the oil, right? And this part here, it's the one that's going up where it has a lip. Okay, so make sure you put it that way, because otherwise you have an issue that it's gonna leak. Alright, so I'm going to install the new seal now. So what you need to do is you need to get some fork oil, and you need to pass on the seal here. Make sure you got the right side. I put a plastic bag here also to just make sure the seal goes in without hitting the sides, the edge of the fork. Just pat some oil on it, squeeze it like that. I'm going to grab the new seal, and we're going to put it on like that. Okay, you can take that off. That's a new seal there. Okay, that's the seal inside, and the bushings. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to grab the rebound, the spring, and the piston, and we're going to put it back in. So that's the rebound piston and the spring, and just keep it clean. Okay. So we'll start the roll. Okay, so we're gonna put this in. Alright, so the spring, it's in the correct way. I left it exactly the way it's supposed to be. Alright, so we're gonna slide that down. This way. There we go. It comes out like that, or like this. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna install the oil lock piece. Okay. So in a second now. clean it up a bit. So we're gonna just install the lock piece. Okay, and it goes down. We're gonna install then the screw. And move this down here. Gonna install the center bolt now. And gonna clean it out a bit. Take off this stuff that's in there. I'm gonna replace this washer. That's the old washer there. The blue thread lock, because you don't want to use the red one, because otherwise it gets stuck too much. So just put a little bit thread lock here. Let it dry a little bit. Okay, so just gonna move this back here. And we're going to install now our wire piece here, the lock for the screw, center screw. Okay, so now what we need to know is we need to tighten this screw up. So we're just gonna move this stuff. The ring is makes so much noise here, so just bear with me. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna tighten this root piece. Okay. Alright, so now what we need to do, let's just check here, okay? Alright, so now what we need to do, this is our last piece. Okay, second there. Okay, so we're gonna have to drive now the seal in, alright? And that's where your R2 is gonna come in handy. Just do it. See? So we'll put the fork like this. Just gonna move the camera a bit, see if you can see. fork like that. We're gonna to just adjust the thing here. Okay, just check one thing here. Right, so now we need to drive the seal in. Right, so push the seal down. Okay, we need to drive the seal in now. So we're gonna use this tool here to drive the seal in. Right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this tool here. Right, and go like that, and let it go. And you can feel it exactly when it sits properly. It won't go any further, and also you're gonna see the gap for the stop ringer. You can see it. Let's check. Get my flashlight and check. Alright, this seems to have gone. I think we need a little bit more. Alright guys, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna measure the oil to inside the tube, right? I have the oil measured here, right? And then we say it's 598, more or less 2.5 centimeter cube. So we're gonna add that, and also we need to leave a gap of 104 millimeters from the top of the tube, right? So for that I have got this, I've made this, so I'm going to show you exactly how it's done, right? So let's add the oil first, and then we check the measurements, right? And by the way, add it slowly because it will So we pump the fork a bit just to take the air out, right? So alright guys, so the oil fork the oil is inside the fork, and we pumped a few times, okay, to release the air from the bottom of the fork, okay. And then what we do, we need to measure the gap that's supposed to be from the top of the fork, okay. The recommended gap is to be 104 millimeters, okay, which is about 4.1 inches, okay. So what I've done is, you can buy these on the internet, they cost 35 euros, not these ones, because these ones I made. You can buy something like this, but you can make them yourself. Just get a syringe, okay, a plastic tube, clear plastic tube, and then something, either a metal straw, or I couldn't find a metal straw, so I add a piece of wood here and attached the pipe with the sellotape or scotch tape, whatever you want to call it, and I measured from here to here. It's 104. This is the gap that I needed. So what we do now, we grab a clothes bag, and we're going to attach the clothes bag to the line that I have marked, which is 104, okay. And we're going to insert into the tube like that. First we need to decompress the tube altogether, right? So make sure it's completely decompressed. Now we're gonna put this in here, right? I'm gonna hold that, and then we're gonna be able to pull it out, the extra amount that is in there, until we get 104, okay? So I'm gonna try to move the camera, because I'm gonna have to do this on the floor, okay. All right, so what we do is we pull that in. I'm not sure if you guys could see that because the camera was up, and we pulled and hold the syringe. The syringe start pulling the oil until the oil start getting only air coming up. So when there's only air coming up from here, we know that is a 104. That's our measurement, okay. So we're gonna take this out of it. I'm going to, alright, so I'm gonna put it on again on the fork. Gentle, so you don't move the, now you can see that's only air coming, there's nothing else coming. Alright, so I'll take that out again. I'm going to try one more time just to make sure that our measurement is correct, okay? So put back on again. Very gentle. Make sure it's straight. Alright, so only air came out. Okay, so now we know that's our measurement right there, 104. Okay. Put it back here. Now we know it's 104, the measurement, okay? So perfect. Next step. Alright, so next step we need to do then is basically install the spring. Alright, so I have this spring here. Alright, and when I took it out from the fork, I put this piece of cord here, so I know that this part is the top that came out like that. Okay, so I know that. There's a way to put this spring. I'm looking at the manual here at the moment, but I cannot make, to be honest with you, I cannot make head or tail what the heck is the size, because the both of them looks pretty much the same. And but because I marked here, I know this is up. This is the way it was. So make sure you do that. Make sure you mark the things when it comes out, so you know exactly the way they came out, because sometimes the manual can be very tricky. So we need to pull the fork up, okay? All right, and now we need to install the spring, okay? Okay. Next we need to do is, a second, I'm gonna leave the fork up down a bit because I need to grab the top here lock piece. So there is a seal that comes with this, so you might want to replace this one. Take this one out. Check the size of it. Make sure it's the same size. Put the new one, keep the old one there, just in case. Okay. Now we're gonna lift the fork up again. We're gonna coat this part here with the oil, the threads of the piece lock here, fork cap. I'm gonna install it. Put this now in place. Okay. Alright everybody, so this is how you assemble your forks on a Transalp 700. There's one more step to do, which is to put the dust seal, but I don't have one at the moment. I ordered on the internet and it hasn't come yet. And also I wanted to install my Serb's fork protector. So, but that's straightforward. You just put the dust seal back in, and then put your cover if you have one. If you don't, you're set and good to go. The next video I'm going to be showing you exactly how to put the fork back on a Transalp. So stay tuned and for that video. And if you haven't seen the previous videos that I've done, just have a look at them. How to remove the fork, how to disassemble, and how to change your spark plugs and oil. There are a few videos out there, so you have a look at that and see. If you like this video and if you like the content of my channel, please consider subscribing and give me a thumbs up on this one. And hope you see you guys next time, and all the best, safe ride out there, and we'll see you next time.